Good evening. Today is Wednesday, and I had today steroid shots because I have a rheumatoid arthritis. Genetics, Mother Nature. You nothing can do with your genetic. And I don't want to have it, but my mom have, probably my grandma have. I have from mom and from dad some genetic stuff when I start more after 55. You start coming out after 50 even. Genetics coming out, and doctors all tell me that genetics, Mother Nature, you nothing can do. But they treat me very good. I have steroid shots already 5 years with Dr. Ajin in Branson Hospital. I love him. He's healing me, and I'm almost 1 year don't have no pain and running, and he's doing my knee, both of knee and my right shoulder, because right hand, and I work a lot. For 20 years I'm cleaning in America. Very heavy duty job. But God always give it to me angels. My doctors, I love them all. They doing very good job. And God give it to me that solution, and that's for me very big blessing. To have insurance and take care of myself. Because we are temple of God, we have to take care of ourselves, be healthy in the mind, in physically and emotional, with everything you have to feel healthy and safe, in good mood, and this everything you can do it yourself. Don't ask, you have to ask the right person, professionals, and it works, believe me. And today I want to tell you a story about when we moved in Rizani. And remember I told you my sister one married with guy who is my father, Don Blessing. His right mother later, please don't let to my daughter marry him. He's not good person. But my mom is don't do to stop her. But we meet her father-in-law. And that father-in-law, very good friends of my father. He's given to my father cemetery spot, property, and he's tell my father truth. That guy, he's arrested, and I want to tell you about little bit about that stuff in Russia. I have put my paper right there where you can look him up. Stuff, and we have like repressive time, and because he's a Christian man, they arrested him and put him on archipelago, and he told the story about how he's living 11 years. They working so hard in the woods in the taiga. Source of wood to Russia. Very heavy duty job. And his shoulders little bit messed up because all the time he's have to hang out that wood big piece on his shoulders with somebody else. Of course, that be not he's making damage on his shoulders. And it's crazy. First time when he's told us, I don't believe it, you can survive 11 years what he's go through. They don't have it. They have a like big kitchen where they feed them, and like bath sauna, like where they wash it themselves, and they don't have any beds in the room. That is all long distance, like long buildings with wood, and everything with wood built, and room by room, and the hallway, and this have a lot of rooms and from that hallway, and they security guards all the time right there, army, KGB army, whatever it is, you can't escape from that. And they have a room, everybody, like a lot of people right there. There's a lot of people. And I have it in repression is 1930, 1953, 3,778,2 234 people get on that repression time. They all arrested there, all in Siberia. Over almost 4 million people. And 27 millions Stalin destroyed. 13 millions he's executed. We're talking about Hitler, evil. What about Stalin? What about revolutionaries? Lenin, what they do, how many they people kill? I won't tell you later after I'm done this one. They put them, that small room, especially when winter time, it's very hard to ride there because it's cold. They put this line, like 20 people lying and 20 people right there, 20 people in it, packed very tight so they can move and sleep like this. Stand on the feet. In a line, what is close to wall, outside wall. Sometimes they work hard in that line. Sometimes one person starts sleeping. They try move that people, each other help to don't sleeping because this line close to wall. If one starts sleep, fall down, all line fall down and freezing. All line, 20 people, boom, overnight, just from freezing. And that man, my outside relatives, my sister, father-in-law, he's 11 years sleep, stand in that rooms. They love him because he is injured his shoulders. They put him in the central to hold him, to his be survive. I think it's God doing this for him, to his can survive. And he survived in his witness of God. He's come back to home. His wife, she's very beautiful lady. She's the Greek. She's beautiful. She's very beautiful with everything, Christian woman, and she is know how it. She's vegetarian. She's a cook, so tasty stuff. She's know a lot of recipes. When we come over, she's always making dinner. She's baking bread by herself to healthy, and she's looks good. They both beautiful people. They have two sons. One son, she is born when he is arrested. She was raised 11 years by herself. It's so hard that time in Russia, but she survived. And that her son, she's put him on education, and he's very good surgeon, doctor in Siberia. Long time. Very educated man, very smart. And other, her son is, he's married to my sister. He's worked for government. He's telling me himself. I let her tell his story. What happens? And they tell him that that man, if you tell somebody what you go through in archipelago, we kill her, all your family. And he's tell the truth. And that is truth cost his life. Right after my father passed away, maybe 1 year after that, he is passed away too. But I remember him. I talked to him a lot. I talked with his wife a lot. She's tell a lot of story. They don't lose that faith of God. They don't. You know how many people die for Jesus in Russia? Jewish people, Russian people, Ukrainian people. Nobody don't talk about this. We in America, we're so spoiled. We don't know value. And we need to value. We have beautiful story, faith of God, people who is faith of God through Jesus' blood. They missionary, they go through a lot. And we start, he's helped a lot in my family. He's all the time come over, he's all the time come over and see us and talk to us. And his older son come over, who is surgeon, his doctor, surgeon, very good doctor. He's talked to us too. I remember I'm 16 and he's tell, whatever what you need, ask me question. I know you don't have a father. I won't answer your question. But I'm so shy. When my father passed away, I'm sorry, my English sometimes. My father passed away, my life has changed total. Nobody don't know this. I do. I'm stop lying. I'm start more Christian. I'm start more educate myself, and I'm working. I will help mom all the time because I know how she's feel. If I feel she's have little kids, a lot of little kids, she's have to take care of it. Right now I just can't imagine what she's have to do. Good, we help her with my sister to working and take care of everything. She's have time to put herself together with that time. But we grow, I'm getting married, and everything is changing in my life. Everything is changed. I am very Christian at that time. After my father passed away, I want same life like he's have with my mother. I want married good man, good pastor, and I say that pastor, young pastor, yes, I will marry you because you are pastor. I believe it. All pastors is good pastor. I don't realize what can be happens to me. We have very beautiful wedding. We have probably like 300 people in our wedding, and some pastors come in, and my father friends, he's coming to blessing me on my wedding, and his daughter coming too, and we have local pastors, and we have orchestra. When I walk in on that street, it's beautiful. The orchestra plays so good, and I never forgot. And I'm working with the two friends behind us and kids around us. And my mom is traditional, and his family, his mom, they both stand and waiting for us because they both of them have a husband. I don't have father, she don't have husband either. And we're working on that gates, and they waiting for us with towel, like Russian style, nice looking. And we have a round bread, and on top of have a salt with a small cup. And you have to take a piece of bread and put in the salt and eat it. That's for good luck, like for blessing. Salt and bread. That's traditional in Russia. It's like kind of blessing for us. And we come in and we go to the table, and they have a program for us. They sing and have orchestra. They doing some kind of art stuff, and we're laughing and everything. And the time come in is that pastor say, I have to blessing you. And he's blessing us, and we have a lot of food after that. It's beautiful service. And after that we have a time together, and we have a lot of friends, and from different cities all over they come in on my wedding. And that friends, remember when I tell you about last time we have friends in Ulyanovsk, that I'm friends with one boy from my father, a friend's pastor, and he's come over on that day and say, what is going on right there? And I say, I have a wedding, I'm married. And he's so mad, he's turn around and go away. I don't know, he's like me. We're never talking about anything. I don't know what is this relationship. I don't know. I'm afraid to talk about sexual stuff because we don't know nothing about. I'm not educated anything with relationship and men. Nothing. Total blind. And we have a farm, we go to lake and nature, young people, because we see like that's very big deal in Russia, in the Christian world, have weddings, and especially pastor weddings. It's a very big deal. And I'm pastor daughter too. And everything is beautiful, and when it's time coming go to night, first night, I'm so scared, I don't know. And he starts kissing me, and we go to upstairs, that room when it's, we have with balcony, it's like romantic everything for me. And I don't realize can be something happens to me. And that's it. He's brutally raped me. Hours. Probably like 4 hours. I don't feel my body. I don't remember a lot of stuff. I'm asking, please, he hurts me. He don't hurt me. Nothing. He's just doing what he's want to do. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to tell this. He's destroyed my body. Total destroy my body. My soul. When he's done, after 4 probably hours, I start crawling 2 steps down, and I'm sitting steps and step because I don't feel my leg, and crawling to a living room close to my mom's bedroom, and I lay down on that couch we have right there, and my mom heard something going on. She's heard somebody like movements, and I'm lay down and she's coming and looking at me. I don't remember. She's telling me. She touched my head, and my head on fire. I have in Russian thermometer. It shows 42 and 2. That's die. You can die from that fever. And she starts screaming, Tatiana, dying. She's got fever. We need to call the ambulance. And she send my brother to pick it up. My husband already. She don't know what happens to me. Nobody don't know. I can scream. I can cry. I can do nothing because I have a lot of siblings right there. It's waiting from his side, mother and sister and their kids, and the lady of pastor daughter. She's in the other room with kids too. A lot of people in the house after waiting, sleeping. I can't screaming or say something or fighting because I don't want to pick it up. I don't want anything happens, and I don't understand even what he's doing. But I know he's hurt me. I don't know. I thinking that's supposed to like this happens, and I don't tell my mom anything. I just like, Mom, I'm dying. I feel not good, and I'm pass out. Everything is in my world is twisted around. I don't feel my body at all. When my brother go pick it up, my husband, pastor husband, he's gone down, and my mom say, what do you do to her? She's on fire. You have to go to call the ambulance right now. And he's going to call the ambulance. We have us on a probably about block and a half. It's like phone we can call ambulance. That's back in the day, like post some cabin for a phone you can call, and that's government stuff, back in the day. And he's calling, waiting that ambulance, and when ambulance coming, doctor stayed with me probably close to 2 hours. His can put temperature down. He's put me a few shots so I can calm down, emotional. And he start recovering from that high fever what I have. And he talked to my mom, and mom is going to talk to my husband, and she say what you did to her. And She's told him what he did, the doctor told her, but she's hid from me 13 years what this conversation happens. And he's tell her, she's not virgin, I don't do nothing. If I be not virgin, I be don't feel like that. I don't know anything about man. I accept him what he is. I don't have other option. And my mom, she's tell him, go to for 2 weeks, doctor tell me order 2 weeks recovery after that. And stay home and let down and calm down. And my mom crying, his mom crying, his sister crying, everybody crying around me. And I don't understand why they crying. What I did. I don't understand what's going on. And he's come back after 2 weeks. And my mom packed our stuff, already prepared everything, what I taken to go to the city of Kazan Tatarstan. He's recruiting right there to be pastor. And we stopped at that leader who is betraying the church and who is decided taking life of my father. And he's, I don't know at that moment, I just, want to explain to you why I am, at that point, they cover up everything. He still cover up, don't tell nobody what happens. Local pastor come in and my mom and he said, we have to cover up because he's a pastor. We can't take out dirt outside the church. And my mom don't have no choice. I don't judge her for this. She don't have a choice. She's have little kids. She needs to survive. And she is trust to God. And when she's put me on that car, she's crying. And I look in her, she's standing on the case and she's crying. And I don't understand why she's crying. Now I understand, because she's helpless to help me. She's helpless to help me. Russian people who is going through a lot with repression stuff, with revolution, they very tough. They don't want anything difficult situation. Not in the church, not in society, not anywhere. They cover a lot of stuff, people, because they don't want to lose at each other. Love is more bigger. You can handle. You can suffer and can handle. Love is sometimes like this. It happens all the time with a lot of people. But I won't speak out today. It's very hard for me to speak out. I don't know anything about. And we go to in city of Kazan. He's buy already house, beautiful house. I love that house. And we don't have no furniture, no nothing. He's buy one mattress and that full time is already cold. And we sleep in the office on the floor. And I have 2 blankets. And when we go to that leader, we one night sleep right there in that leader office. And I don't know what happens to me, but I'm not sharing with that feeling what happens to me. I think it's God protect me with that time where he's making love with me and I'm getting pregnant. Angel tell me you pregnant. When his wife making breakfast, I'm eat with all my, that's so beautiful, and I feel when they pray, I feel like angel touched me and I feel like I'm pregnant. And I keep it that day in my mind. And after 1-2 months, I have very bad pregnancy with my daughter. Very bad. I'm all the time throw up. I feel nauseous. All the time. 6 months, I have very big belly. And they doctor, very good doctor, they gynecologist. They take care of me very good. Because I'm so young, 17 years old. They love me like a little baby. And I have so hard that pregnancy. They worry about me all the time and monitoring me and giving me advices. And I meet a lot of neighbors women, the Muslims, Tatarian Muslims, ladies and families, and they let me come over and I spend time with them because my husband never home. He's always go away from house. He's never take care of me, never. I remember one time we go to farm store and I walk in and I see my favorite apples and it smells so good from my childhood. And I wanted apples so bad and my throat starts dry. And I'm afraid to ask him 2 rubles to buy that apples. And I'm pregnant. He don't take care of it. He don't buy me no fruit, no nothing. This is what I cook. We save the money because we don't have money. We need a crab for babies. We need little bit furniture, and we making food very low income by very simple food. And his meat to eat. After my father passed away, I don't eat meat. I start eat meat with my husband, first husband. And he's buy chicken. It's so funny, it happens. He's buy chicken in the store, and that Friday, and he say, okay, I have to go to church stuff doing, prepare for tomorrow service. I need meet the people. You prepare for tomorrow food because we making food for Saturday and Friday. And I take the chicken and I put in a boil pot with water. I want this first boil and then let them fry. And it's have small stone with gas, small tank, and I start cook and gas is out. And I thinking, what I have to do? He's come back and I don't have food. And I'm gonna find metal hole have inside metal things they use it for stones on the outside, and I put this few bricks and put on top and making fire with woods, and I boil water and cook the chicken. But when we sit in dinner, we uncover that I never cook any meat, no chicken or nothing. I don't know how I made it. I just little bit clean and I think looks good. I put salt and salt and pepper like mom cook, and I just okay, maybe I can do this. And I'm 17, baby and pregnant. But I did the chicken. When we start eat, I don't take out from inside the belly everything inside there. And the chicken tastes so horrible. And he said, what do you did? And I say, I'm boiled and I'm fried. He say, do you take out it? And when he's opened, that stomach is everything right there. He started yelling to me. I said, I'm sorry. I never cook meat. Why you don't tell me? I'll be teach you. I say, you're in a hurry. You want to go to church stuff doing. We never have good relationship. He's never treat me right. He's always on sex with me. What is I hate it. I want to get out from him. When I go to sleep, I'm just don't want to move. I'm nursing my baby. I just don't want to move. Because if I move, he's turn around and that's it. I hate that stuff. I'm 6 months done looking on him. And we have outside this bath sauna. And he's always telling me, why you don't looking at me? Because I'm afraid, I'm scared. Because always it's very secret stuff for me. Even I'm married, even I'm pregnant, I can't. Inside of me everything is broke. I'm afraid him. And one time, I will finish that story what happens. One time my brother come in, little brother come in to living with us, and he's going to college right there. And he's helped me with baby and the home stuff and garden, and he's living with us. We have a room, extra room, we have a big house. We have people come over, young people, we have fun, I teach them, cook and everything. Girls still remember me, and so funny. I remember how you teach us cook the strudela. Germany food is so tasty. And we go back home after service Friday night, and he's like flirt with everyone girl, like making like moves and smiles and blinking eye, and I'm just like so devastated with that. I don't feel I'm a woman. I never feel he's love me. And I tell, why are you doing this to me? And when we get out from that, it's called tramway, it's like a rail with electrical on top is wagon builded with seats and everything. Is I love that transportation. And we have to walk like probably 25-30 minutes to house always. And I have baby, and I have very huge heels because it's so popular. I have heels, and it's cold. I have like boots with boots and heels. And we get out on one side from the transport, and he started yelling to me, "Run, run right now, or I kill you right there." And we start running with my brother. We start run, and we start run. We run, and he's screaming. If we stop a little bit to breathe, he's against that, "Run or I kill you right now. I'm tired of you." And we're running. I give it to my brother. He's a little bit take care of baby, and he's give it to me. I'm take care of baby, and we're around the house. And I'm going to the living room where I'm sleeping with my baby, and that crib right there. And I take in my baby in my hand. And I'm all night crying, pray. All night. I never forgot this. And like 5 o'clock morning, I won't go sleep. I'm nursing my daughter. And I like feel asleep and like have vision. I have a vision. God showed me how He's coming second time on the earth. And I'm walking on the streets with beautiful dresses, and I have big watch in my hand rest. They don't have watches like this before, beautiful and big round. And it's time like 4 minutes before 12 midnight. And I'm looking at a lot of women behind me, and I told you Jesus is coming. I told you Jesus is coming. And so beautiful, but I don't see everything. I just see just like when I'm walking, and I heard that music and angels, and I heard this long distance, Jesus is coming. I heard Him. And sky starts growing, and like atmosphere starts growing. And I'm so happy, and I wake up. And I'm thinking, what is this? God showed me that vision 40 years ago. My daughter, 40 years right now. And I know Jesus is coming. It's time. That's why He showed me. He's soon coming. I know that. It's have a purpose. And I tell you story next time. You don't believe what happens to me and my husband. It's a very hard story. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit in tears. But I want to show my feeling inside of me. Hiding this all my life. Thank you for watching me. I love to tell your story. And I love my life. God teach me everything. I hope you subscribe me and send me messages. I talk to you soon. Stay tuned.